World War II was truly the golden age of piston-engine aircraft, with legendary designs like the Spitfire, the Bf-109, and the Zero competing for supremacy in the skies. But even before the war started, the leaders of the industry around the world were already dreaming of a new generation of aircraft, powered by a different type of engine. They wanted a plane capable of reaching Mach 1, with an overwhelming advantage over any of its opponents. That wasn't an easy dream to achieve. After all, apart from a new engine, you also had to design an airframe that could endure higher loads that come with higher speeds. In Germany, there were actually several designs that showed great promise, but one of them was a cut above the rest. We're talking about the Me-262 by the famous Willy Messerschmitt, the man behind the success of the legendary Bf-109. Due to the lack of a shared vision on the part of the Luftwaffe decision-makers, the aircraft was adopted into service only in April 1944. The Me-262 A1A Schwalbe, meaning swallow in German, finally came into being. One of the defining traits of the new fighter was its swept wing. But it wasn't just efficiency that German engineers had in mind when they added the sweep. The engines simply proved heavier than originally expected, even after BMW turbojets, plagued with power output and reliability issues, were replaced with the Jumo 004 engines that were somewhat more obtainable in the circumstances the German industry found itself in. Nevertheless, the Me-262 became the first ever production jet-powered fighter aircraft, and also the most advanced aircraft in use in 1944. Its sole counterpart, the British Gloucester Meteor, was only employed to counter the V-1 flying bomb threat. The Schwalbe didn't just reach the speed of more than 800 kph, it was also pretty agile, even at high speeds. Thanks to its excellent performance and tactics employed, the Me-262 proved to be a very effective counter to enemy bombers. It didn't hurt that it also had a 90mm armored glass plate as a part of its windshield design, and was pretty sturdy to start with. Obviously, there were some flaws as well, mostly when it came to the fighter's firepower. Its 30mm cannons lacked range and were pretty tricky to use. The experimental A1A U1 variant was equipped with a different set of armaments: 4 30mm and also 2 nose-mounted 20mm cannons. In War Thunder, this is one of the special squadron vehicles awarded to squadron players for their activity. There is also the U4 Pulkzerstörer variant, armed with a powerful 50mm cannon packing enough punch to deal with lightly armored ground vehicles. When the Me-262 fighter was still undergoing trials, German policymakers were already pushing for it to be modified for bomber duty. The A2A Sturmvogel or Stormbird fighter-bomber variant was definitely a step in the right direction. The aircraft wasn't fitted with a bomb sight, but could carry 250 kg and 500 kg bombs. In real life, the Sturmvogel didn't have much success, but in War Thunder, it has its own place as a rare event vehicle, and a more versatile alternative to the regular Me-262. We also have to mention one of the more radical modifications, the C-1A Heimatschützer, the Home Protector. Near the end of the war, when Germany desperately tried to clear its skies of waves and waves of Allied bombers, the aircraft was fitted with a rocket booster in its tail. This addition allowed it to take off and climb to its operational altitudes in record time. Not surprisingly, it had a significantly better rate of climb than other aircraft of the series. Just a few months before Germany surrendered, the second version of the Heimatschütze took to the skies. This aircraft was equipped with 2 BMW units, each of which comprised a turbojet engine and a liquid-fuel rocket motor, making it one of the fastest planes of its time. It wasn't ever used in actual combat, though. Soon after the trials, Nazi Germany finally waved the white flag. Many years have passed since then, and today the Schwalbe is considered one of the best fighter designs of its times, and also a kind of a precursor aircraft that heralded the start of a new era for aviation. By the way, it wasn't all over for the Swallow in 1945. It was used up until 1951, serving in the Czechoslovak Air Force as the Avia S-92. Maybe you've seen one of those in a museum somewhere? Tell us, come on, please, in the comments below.